Jai Gurudev students. Today we'll take proteins. So proteins are polymers of alpha amino acid. Acid means we have COOH group, and first position to functional group is called alpha carbon. In that one we are having that amino part. So this is acid part and this is amino part. Here we have hydrogen, this is R. So this is protein is the alpha amino acid. So this one is the basic part and this one is the acidic part. So sometime there happens that from acid one hydrogen shift to the basic part, so it will become R C H C double O negative NH3 positive. So in the same organic molecule, if you have a negative charge and positive charge, then this one is called your Zwitter ion. Now if this R group may be your hydrogen, maybe your CH3, maybe other group, maybe carbon containing other acid part also there. So this R group we are talking about main formula. This R group may be your this deuterium structure we are living. So this R is hydrogen, then this become hydrogen NH2 COOH. This one is called glycine. Now in glycine carbon contains two same hydrogen, so it is optically inactive, because if four different groups are there then it will be optically active. So this one is optically inactive. Now in the next member of this one, if I take glycine, we have first example we have taken. If in this part hydrogen, instead of hydrogen if we take CH3, then that one becomes CH3 C hydrogen COOH NH2. This name is called alanine. ALANINE, alanine. In alanine you see hydrogen one group, two group, three group, four different group around that carbon, so which makes it optically active. Optically active means it rotates the plane polarized light either towards right or towards left. So either towards right or towards left. So this is what is called optically active. Means only glycine is the only amino acid is optically inactive. Rest of the amino acids are optically active. Now we are moving to the classification of amino acids on the basis of nature. If number of COOH group is equal to number of NH2 group. Now this number we are talking about, number of COOH group equal to number of NH2 group. In this formula we are getting equal, but in this part contains more COOH group, more NH2 group. If this part contains extra COOH group more than NH2 group, this is acidic. NH2 group more than COOH group, this is basic. So if number of COOH group is greater than NH2 group, it is acidic. If number of COOH group is less than NH2 group, this is basic. So this is what is called amino acids. This is why divide on the basis of nature. On the basis of source. On the basis of source, amino acids divided in non-essential amino acid, essential amino acid. Non-essential amino acids are those which is synthesized within our body. The amino acids which are synthesized within our body is called non-essential amino acids. Essential amino acids, those amino acids which we have to take through our diet. So this is your essential, which are taken through diet and which are produced within the body. This is your amino acids. So one example also to remember for this one. In the textbook, we'll just go through the example. Next one we are taking, the next topic is your peptide bond. It is the amide formed between COOH group and NH2 group. From COOH group, if I take out OH, and from NH2 group one H I take out, so it left with CO group and it left with NH group. So this is the amide. If it is the amide formed between COOH group and NH2 group by elimination of water. Now if two amino acids reacts and they form amide like that, this is what is called your peptide bond. Peptide bond also comes in the exam, so to remember. Next one we are taking classification of protein on the basis of molecular structure. So there are two types of protein. One is a fibrous protein, one is globular protein. Fibrous is fiber-like, thread-like structure. The one polypeptide chain are parallel and held together by disulfide or hydrogen bonds. So in between polypeptide chain, if there is disulfide is there or they are linked through hydrogen, then that become a fibrous protein, that become tough, and this is can resist the change in pH temperature. So they are insoluble in water. For example, keratin, which is found in our hair is insoluble in water. Myosin in muscle also insoluble in water. Globular protein is like, it is like globular like structure. The one just like missile formation, the water insoluble parts are inward and water soluble parts are outward. That makes it water soluble, and this one is water insoluble. Example is insulin, albumin. The egg albumin we know the water soluble. Then we have structure and shapes of protein. So there are different types of protein. One is your primary structure. In primary structure, each polypeptide chain of protein has amino acid linked in a specific sequence, and it is this sequence of amino acid is said to be primary structure of protein. So there will be specific sequences of proteins are there, it will be there linked like that. So this is what is called a primary structure. In secondary structure of protein, we have two types. One is your alpha helix structure and we have beta plated sheet. Now alpha helix structure is this one. In this one there is a hydrogen bond takes place within the molecule. So this type of hydrogen bond we can tell that one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. But in beta plated sheet, the hydrogen bond takes place between two different molecules. So it is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. This is the difference between these two. And then we have student tertiary structure. These things are not required. Tertiary structure is more complex structure like that. This is 3-degree structure of protein. 4-degree structures just hemoglobin and all these things. This is more complicated structure of protein. Up to this student, next class we will take vitamins. Thank you.